You don't have to print this out. If you want to print it out, take a picture of it, that's fine. But what I want you to do is copy down two things in your notes. I want you to copy down this formula here, and then copy this here, this grid right there. I'm going to write some things in here, but you don't need to write them down. Now copy the way I'm going to write out this formula here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this formula here, that's what we call the midpoint formula. I'm going to put all the things that change in Q and the quantity up in the top in the numerator, and all the things that change the price down here in the denominator. Now notice if I'm calculating the price elasticity of demand between 12 and 10, my P1 is this 12, my P2 is this 10. My Q1 is this 3, my Q2 is this 4. Be very careful with order of operations here. So note my Q1, I'm looking up here at this formula and plugging in Q1 is 3. Q1 minus Q2. Q2 is 4. 3 minus 4. Paren divided by double paren Q1 plus Q2. So that's again 3 plus 4. Paren, then that's divided by 2, double paren. Notice what I've done. I've just populated this top part of the formula with this data here. Now I'm going to do the same in the denominator. Again, I'm going to copy down order of operations. That's very important here. P1 minus P2. So P1 is 12, P2 is 10. So 12 minus 10. Paren divided by double paren P1 plus P2. So 12 plus 10. Paren divided by 2, double paren. Now, I just want to take this step by step. Move some things around here. So notice that was my P1 and P2. That was my Q1 and Q2. Give myself a little room to do this work. Okay, so what does that all equal to? Let's do this methodically. So if I continue, let's draw a line here for numerator denominator. Let me go step by step. So 3 minus 4 equals -1. Now that's divided by, so now let's do what's in these parens here. That's divided by 3 plus 4. Okay, so 3 plus 4 is 7. But that 7, when I left out a division, this should have a, let's add something here. There needs to be sign for division right there. That 3 plus 4 is divided by 2. So 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. Now let's do this methodically. Let's now do the denominator. The denominator, we had 12 minus 10, which gives me 2. And then that's divided by 12 plus 10, so 22. But that 12 plus 10 is divided by 2. So 22 divided by 2 is 11. Okay, so now do the division there to get our numerator and denominator. Divide, use your cell phones, divide 1 by 3.5 or negative 1 by 3.5 and divide 2 by 11. Always round to the hundredths place when we do math together in this class. So here, my numerator, negative 1 divided by 3.5, I get 0.285. So I'm going to do so if it is 0.285, I'm going to do 0.29, round it up to the hundredths place. In the denominator, 2 divided by 11 gives me 0.18181818 reciprocal. So I'm just going to put in 0.18, rounding it to the hundredths place. Now, finally, divide the numerator by the denominator. And you get what? What do you get here? Tell me in the chat box, what answers are you getting for the elasticity of demand? .29 divided by 0.18. Very good. Negative 1.61. What does that tell us about this product? So let's enter it into this grid here, right up top. Negative. And remember, we always show it in absolute value terms. Let's now turn it to absolute value terms, 1.61. If it's 1.61, what kind of elasticity do we have? Yeah, the product is elastic. What should we do with the price? The product has an elastic demand at a certain price. We should do what with it? Yeah, good, Peyton. Lower it. Okay, so let's see why that's true. Let's now calculate this column here. So total revenue is price times quantity. Calculate total revenue here by multiplying price times total quantity. So the first one, 12 times 3 is 36. Note the next one, 10 times 40. 10 times 4 is 40. 8 times 5, 40. 6 times 6, 36. And then finally, 4 times 7, 28. Notice right here at a price between 12 and 10, elasticity of 1.6, we know that we should, if we're at the price of 12, we know to maximize our revenue, we're going to want to lower the price, right? So if we lower the price, notice that our revenue is going from 36 up to 40. So this math is confirming what we were saying earlier in the lecture. So now here's what I want you to do together. For this next elasticity, notice between 10 and 8, here your P1 will be 10, your P2 will be 8. Here, your Q1 will be 4, your Q2 will be 5. Then when you do 8 to 6, notice we scoot these down again. P1, 8 and 6, Q1, 5 and 6. Okay, but so now, do the rest of these here. I'm going to put you into groups to check with one another that you've got the right answers. Remember to use your order of operations. Remember to structure these equations very methodically, like I've done in this example right here. I'm going to call you back in 10 minutes. Now answer these questions, fill in those boxes in the next 10 minutes. Please accept this invitation. And I'll be right back. I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back in 10 minutes. Tell me in the chat box, what did you get for the next 3 coefficients? Tell me in the chat box what you got for the next 3 coefficients. What was 10 to 8? Yeah, good, Brendan. 1. -1 should have been your outcome, and then you express it in absolute value terms. What about 8 to 6? If we all did it the same way by rounding to the hundredths place, it should be 0.62. So make sure those of you who have 6-4, make sure in the work we do, we are always rounding to the hundredths place every step along the way in our math. And the last one, what did we get? Yeah, 0.38. Okay, maybe look at your order of operations if you got that low. It should be 0.38. So go back and look at your order of operations, but we should have 1.62? Yeah, 0.62 and then 0.38. Now here's the last thing I'd like you to do to complete your notes for the day. Let me erase what I have here. Besides, for those of you who might not have got the right answers, make sure you go back on your own, understand how we got to the correct answers. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to finish up your graph. It goes from 12 to 0 and 0 to 10. And here you're going to plot the price and the quantity up above. Notice here, price of 12, quantity of 3. What does that mean you're going to do? You're going to make a point at 12 and 3. And at 10 and 4, you're going to make another point at 10 and 4. And so on. And then draw a line through that. That will be your demand curve. Make sure to label this is P because we're measuring the price here. And this down here is Q as we're measuring the quantity along our x-axis. And then be sure once you've plotted each of those points that you connect them and that you label this demand. The next thing, so stop what you're doing there just so I can finish my instructions here. Draw a graph right below that that shows the corresponding revenue. So for these same price and quantities here, you should have total revenues that we calculated earlier. So at 3, remember we had a total revenue of 36. So on a graph at 3, make a point here at 36, at 4 at 40, and then answer these questions. In order to increase total revenue, what would you do at an initial price of $12? And in order to increase total revenue, what would you do at an initial price of $4? So finish those questions on your own, then take a picture and upload those to your notes. Any questions? That's going to be your only homework. No reading of other articles. I want you to finish that.
Is this all that we have until Wednesday?
Yeah, that's all we have till Wednesday.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
All right, everybody. Have a great day. We'll see you then.
So you wanted me to stay after to